Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, where so many great events have unfolded over the years, and today this crowd is charged up for a big USC Trojans home game. The Trojans will kick this deep to get us going. Kickoff fielded inside the 20. Good work by the blockers in that return team. He found the lane, and so this drive is going to begin with good field position. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Man, this is exactly how you want to start an opening drive on the road for this offense. Really well-blocked play, pick up some nice yardage. And if you're this offensive line, this is exactly what you talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control of things up front, especially early in this game. They give their running back plenty of room to run.
Getting set. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Gets some space around the 30. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Kansas.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Point after, not great through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Number 18, set to kick this one away.
Returner decides to fair catch this. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. He hands it off from the gun.
Ball carried by the running back. Gain of 1. Second down coming up.
Now here comes the bunch formation. Second down, we're going to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Took contact on the throw. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory, tackled at the 45.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Trojans come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. A gain of 2 yards, and now it's second down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern California. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Kansas offense is back out there now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Finding some room at the 25. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Just ran away from the defense.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
And they tack on the extra point. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
They're going to pick up the first down. Nice catch, but even a better throw to show that accuracy and efficiency from that quarterback spot. And my gosh, they have so many great quarterbacks over the years that played at USC. Go back to Carson Palmer, the year he won the Heisman. What a brilliant career he had for the men of Troy. Matt Leinart, think back to those Ncaa offenses and the championships that Matt Leinart won. And, of course, more recently, Caleb Williams for Lincoln Riley, running and throwing and making throws just like that.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. And the Trojans pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
It's a first down for USC's offense. Nice job up front and an outstanding run here by this running back. What great tradition that USC has at running the football and having great backs. And it's beautiful to see another good one here today.
A quick throw out left, complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
And they've got him.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Kansas 14, USC 7.
An exciting start to the quarter here as the offense facing a 3rd and goal. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back has given this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield on play action.
You'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And this crowd coming to life here trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The Jayhawks pick up enough for a first down here. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball.
Man, that defense is attacking the offensive line in their pass protection. Blew them up, came down with a sack, almost got to safety.
Second down now after the sack. The back's got it. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Oh, what a move. Finding space at the 20. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. The 30. Inside the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. He pulls it in for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Man, there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
The game moves the ball past the 40. Sets up another 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab down at the 15-yard line.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
And the Trojans are in the red zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Tackle made after just a short game.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better all
the way to the end zone. Touchdown, SC. The offense stretching the lead, building momentum, Kirk. And if this defense isn't careful, this one could get ugly.
Right now, this is just flawless execution in every phase for this offense. Doing a great job of mixing in their calls. Right now, widening that lead and killing the will of their opponent.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Kansas offense back on the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. He'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to pass here on second down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down. He brings the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for the wide out. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the USC offense is back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Makes a quick catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Pass caught. Second down now. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. Dumps it down and back. Caught. And they wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion sets up a third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down. The timeout is called, important stage late here in the second quarter. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Close to the tight end. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Tackle made after a big gain. First down, the clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got it hurt. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Catch hauled in here over the middle. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. It's a quick grab. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, USC.
And the Trojans will look to convert here on fourth down. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Jukes to get past a man. They're barely able to stop him after a huge gain. They saved a touchdown on that final tackle as time runs out in the first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Jayhawks will kick this away to begin the second half. And they'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Trojans offense is back out on the field. Looking to throw it on first down. Pressure is coming. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Great job by this defense once again on that third down, and now we get to fourth down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on fourth down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football in pretty good field position.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
Here comes the Jayhawks offense back on the field. They're going to run it. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
The back's got it again. Great move there. It's a fumble. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground, and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play.
Football comes out. Fumble recovered by the defense, going the other way. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And the defense. authority with the score. That is any defender's dream. Comes up with a fumble, takes it back to the house.
I can't believe the speed that this guy has to be able to score. I thought maybe he'd pick it up, maybe go a few yards, but instead he took it all the way to the end zone.
And the point after is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the USC offense back on the field. First down. Looking to throw the football. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch downfield. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
It's a nice throw and a great catch by this USC wide receiver to pick up a first down. And boy, oh boy, USC quarterbacks and receivers, efficiency and timing and speed and execution. Boy, they are putting it on display once again today.
Snags a quick throw and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Boy, just a great throw and outstanding accuracy by this USC quarterback. We always know over the years that SC has as much history as anybody at this quarterback spot, and sure is living up to that right now.
Tries to get loose on the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain.
Brings up second down.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle right after the catch, but the offense is now in the red zone.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Tackled after the completion. Offense will now set up inside the 5. Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up first and goal now. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught near the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, USC. That's another strike from his quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against the secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Automatic on the PAT.
USC 21.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Kansas offense is back out there now. They're looking to protect the lead and protect the football. The last possession, remember, ended in a fumble. A handoff from the shotgun. That gain moves the ball out nearer than 25.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
We go with a direct snap. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much in this game at all. That ball carrier being tackled near the line of scrimmage. Maybe if this defense can make more plays like that in the second half, their team will be able to chip away at this lead.
Can he make it to the marker? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on fourth down. But what's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on fourth down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
And the Jayhawks line up on 1st and 10 now. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Kansas 28, USC 21.
Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks loose at the 45. An explosive play moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 38. The Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it here. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive...
Aiming for the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas. This offense is still clicking.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And the point after is right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
35, USC 21.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And the USC offense is back out on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. Can the defense make adjustments? First down, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. He's got his man in the open field. They make the stop, but a big gain. Puts him in enemy territory. Ball spotted at the 48. And the Trojans looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. They've got him, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it about the 27. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Caught quickly. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Trying to extend the play. And he throws it away. A smart choice that time, but it will bring up third down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Contact as he let the ball go. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. That's an important score. We got a one-possession game now, Kirk. It's game on. It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully? Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And now a timeout is taken. The receiving team wanting to talk about things here before the kickoff. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's tackled at the 25, same spot it would have been, and he left it in the end zone. And here comes the Kansas offense back on the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. It's a defense. You got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the second half. This back had a great first half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things have gone so far.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down, and the crowd really getting into it. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
The Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a pretty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the 4th quarter.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the Jayhawks offense is on the move now.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the quarterback just kneels down. Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side. Boy, they put on a great show. But for the 2 defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another